Breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 6 in high definition.
Tonight, we have conflicting versions of the story about a Greenville County deputy shooting a man this morning. The deputy says he feared for his life, but an eyewitness is saying something else. Good evening, everyone. I'm Carol Goldsmith.
I'm Michael Cogdill. After the man was shot, deputies learned that he did not have a weapon on him.
WYFF News 4's Angela Rodriguez joins us live and local at the Law Enforcement Center tonight. Angela, what are you hearing right now?
Well, Michael and Carol, there were guns found, but on the driver. It's the passenger who was shot and killed, and what a neighbor saw could be crucial to SLED's investigation as to whether the shooting is justified. Greenville County deputies say they were called to this gas station on Piedmont Highway about a suspicious vehicle parked in front of a pump for hours. The first officer on scene reportedly saw two men inside of the car asleep and a gun on the driver's lap. That officer called for backup. What happened next is still under investigation. For that reason, this witness asked us not to show his face.
See stuff like that on TV, but I've never seen nothing like this in person. Not this close to my door.
Deputies say the driver who had the gun on his lap woke up and was taken into custody with no problems. Once he was handcuffed, deputies found a second gun in his waistband. And seconds later, authorities say the passenger, 22-year-old Jordan Browder of Piedmont, was shot and killed.
They continue to give him the commands, show me your hands, show me your hands. Comes out of the car, still not complying with them. He actually turns towards one of the deputies and advances on him, reaches into his waistband. We know that we've already got one weapon inside the car. He reaches towards his waistband, advances towards the deputy. In fear of his safety, the deputy did fire at least one time, striking the suspect.
After the shooting, deputies discovered the man did not have a weapon on him. The sheriff's office claims the man was shot after he got out of the car, but an eyewitness says that's not what happened.
And I looked, so before I got to my window to look out, I heard them hollering, "Put your hands up, put your hands up." Next thing I know, I heard, "Pow, pow, pow." And that was it. Then they snatched him out the car.
The witness says he didn't see the passenger lunge at officers, but he admits that he couldn't see the man's hands. And at this hour, it is still unclear if the driver was arrested or was just taken into custody for questioning. The sheriff's office is not releasing that information. The passenger's family was too upset to go on camera, but a family member told us that his wife is pregnant. Angela Rodriguez, WYFF News 4, live tonight in Greenville.
Angela, thank you. A man was killed, a woman injured over the weekend, and the police have yet to track down the shooter. This happened in Asheville on Palmer Street. The police were called out around 3 o'clock Sunday morning. They tell us 26-year-old Charles Morgan Jr. soon died at Mission Hospital. 25-year-old Lakeisha Eddings was also shot. She was taken to the hospital. She is expected to survive, and the police are asking for help in this case. If you know anything about all this, call Crime Stoppers there in Buncombe County, 828-255-5050.
Spartanburg County deputies are looking for a mother of three reported missing in March. They're also looking for a person of interest in this case. This is Nicole Goodlett. Officials say she was last seen by her brother in Simpsonville. Deputies believe Goodlett may be the victim of foul play near Berkeley County. Both agencies are looking for a person of interest in the case, 32-year-old Gerald Howard. Now, we want to make it clear deputies say he is not facing charges. Deputies say they want to speak to him about the Goodlett case. If you have information, call Crime Stoppers at 888-CRIME-SC.
Grief counselors were working at Powdersville High School today, where students and staff mourn the loss of a student who drowned over the weekend. WYFF News 4's Mandy Gaither is live and local at Darwin Wright Park in Anderson for us tonight. Mandy, the swimming is only allowed there in certain places, right?
Well, that's right, Michael, and as you can see from this sign, this is not one of them, but this is the area where Marco Kramer's body was found. At Darwin Wright Park in Anderson, Chris Booth says he was kayaking when he heard screaming and yelling from about 100 yards away. A group had been swimming out to a buoy when one of them went under.
I didn't really believe him at first, and then there was a guy on the dock and he yelled, "Call 911." So I went over there and I got out and we started diving under to see if we could find him, but we didn't. Marco Kramer's body was found a short time later. Family members told the coroner that the Powdersville High School sophomore was a good swimmer. Investigators believe the 17-year-old just got too tired.
It was just solemn, like, we miss him. Wish he was still here.
Monday was a half day for Powdersville High as students had to tackle exams. now forced to face grief.
He affected everyone. It wasn't just a couple people. Everyone knew him. Everyone liked him.
Those who knew Kramer best say he was a wonderful artist and always had a smile on his face, and that's the way he'll be remembered.
And Powdersville High School is collecting donations to help with funeral expenses. Anyone who would like to help can call the front office. Mandy Gaither, WYFF News 4 Live in Anderson.
Mandy, thank you. A young man from the upstate lost his life in Tennessee, hit by a train at a railroad crossing. The Highway Patrol says the crash happened at 9:30 Friday night in Harriman, Tennessee, just west of Knoxville. You saw him there. Roderick Drummond was 22 years old. He and his girlfriend were killed. 2 others hurt. They're in critical condition right now. Drummond had earned a scholarship to play basketball at Roane State Community College there in Tennessee. He was a standout player at Wade Hampton High back in 2011. His funeral is planned for Saturday, and friends and teammates are setting up an account at the BB&T on South Pleasantburg to help with the funeral expense.
Malden police are investigating several car break-ins in the Planters Row subdivision. Victims say some of their car windows were shot out. Police say a sheriff's deputy was one of the victims. They say the thieves stole his handcuffs and ammo. One victim told us police told him the thieves were looking for guns. If you see anything suspicious in your neighborhood, of course, you should call police.